जी सर।
इसमें खैबर पख्तूनख्वा के जो वुमेन्स की रिजर्व सीट्स हैं,
जी सर।
अगर आप 294 पेज देखें
जी सर।
तो इसमें PMLN की 4 सीट्स हैं, जमात उलमा इस्लाम पाकिस्तान की 2 सीट्स हैं और पाकिस्तान पीपल्स पार्टी की 2 सीट्स विमेंस उसकी। इन्होंने मेरे ख्याल से नेशनल असेंबली की जो सीट्स हैं इनकी 4 सीट्स नहीं होंगी वहां पे, जो वैसे सीट्स ऑब्टेन करी होंगी आफ्टर इलेक्शन। इसी तरह से प्रोविंशियल असेंबली की नेक्स्ट पेज पे है 295 पेज पे।
जी सर।
इसमें जमात उलमाए पाकिस्तान की 8 सीट्स हैं प्रोविंशियल असेंबली की, और 5 सीट्स पाकिस्तान मुस्लिम लीग की हैं, 5 सीट पाकिस्तान पीपल्स पार्टी की है और 1 सीट पाकिस्तान तहरीके इंसाफ पार्लियामेंटेरियन की है। इनकी सीट्स प्रोविंशियल असेंबली में इतनी नहीं होंगी, या इतनी होंगी उससे ज्यादा प्रोपोर्शन इनको नेशनल असेंबली में भी दिया गया है कि इसकी 4 सीट्स थी जमात उलमाए मुस्लिम लीग की वहां पर नेशनल असेंबली में खैबर पख्तूनख्वा से, या जमात उलमा इस्लाम की 2 सीट्स नेशनल असेंबली में खैबर पख्तूनख्वा असेंबली में। इसी तरह से 8 सीट जमात उलमा इस्लाम की, और ये जो पाकिस्तान तहरीक इंसाफ पार्लियामेंटेरियन है इसकी मेरे ख्याल से 1 सीट थी खैबर, और उसको एक एडिशनल सीट मिल गई। तो ये इसके अंदर जो है कि सबसे ज्यादा प्रोपोर्शन खराब जो हो रहा है यहाँ पर वो खैबर पख्तूनख्वा में हो रहा है।
Lord, that is why the submission was, that is why the submission most respectfully was that the word proportional representation is to be looked at in the context of general seats won by a political party. That example has been categorized as extreme, but let me say, in a particular scenario for National Assembly, if there are 2 political parties which win 10 seats each, and the remaining seats are all won by independents, what will happen? Each one of those 2 parties will get 30 of the women's seats. Is it proportionate generally? No. But is it proportionate in the context of political parties represented in the National Assembly having won the general seats, getting the reserved seats? Because they have 10 seats each and there are 60 reserved seats, they will be divided 50-50. So it depends upon how your lordship looks at the concept of proportional representation system. When it is
basically, with this argument on the basis of the reserved seats, the outcome of the general election can easily be changed. You can, because now we're going to look at the list and we're going to look at political parties and not at proportional representation of the number of seats secured, we're just going to look at list and political party. So the outcome can totally change on the basis of this now, because there are just 2 parties or 3 parties and we have to divide those seats, and parties which did not secure a majority would now have an overwhelming majority because we have to look at lists and political parties.
मैं इसमें ऐड करता हूँ, यानी आप के कहने का मकसद जो मैं समझाऊँ वो ये है कि हमने ये नहीं देखना कि लॉजिकल है या नहीं लॉजिकल, अब हमने ये देखना है कि कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन क्या कहता है। वो डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन जो है वो वक्त के साथ साथ चेंज होती रहती है, यानी हर इलेक्शन में एक सा नहीं रहता, यानी वो फिक्स्ड रेशियो या फिक्स्ड परसेंटेज नहीं है, ये चेंज होता रहता है ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ seat secured by each party, political party, irrespective of the fact that the independents are in majority or more than the seats secured by the other parties. तो ये आप कहते हैं तकसीम प्योरली ये इन्होंने जो बनाया कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन उनकी मर्जी है, वो इस तरह करें या क्या?
My lord, I have said that many of these divisions are arbitrary. For instance, when initially it was on a percentage of the vote to say anyone getting less than 5% will get excluded, that was arbitrary. But at the same time, this is the wisdom of the constitution makers. This is the text of the constitution. I am not saying look at the list of the political parties. The constitution is using the word political parties.
That's one interpretation.
Your Ladyship, as I said, this is a constitutional conversation, and your lordships and your ladyship will have the last word for this case in this constitutional conversation. I can only make a submission.
On the question of wisdom, Now, taking the earlier thought a bit further, there may be political forces or political parties, let's not name any, who may be inimical to non-Muslims and women. However, the beauty of the system is that even they come and sit in your party. Naturally, when they come and sit in your party, they will influence you. Look at the beauty. And why are we disrupting this beauty which those with greater wisdom than ourselves, and I use this word for those who make the Constitution, we interpret, if it requires interpretation. Look at the beauty of the system, that you are inimical to someone and you're forced to sit with that person. I don't like X, I don't like this on the basis of faith or on the basis of gender. But now, you want their seat, they are with you. Naturally, why was all this done? There is greater wisdom. When we start imposing our own logic, our own principles on, then it really disrupts the whole scheme of things, as I understand it.
My Lord, in the same line is the wisdom for Section 206 of the Election Act, which requires that certain representation must be given to women, and that you must have amongst your elected representatives a certain number of women there. So these are part of the affirmative actions, and as a result, the object may be to have a more cohesive democratic polity. Now,
with respect to Shah Sahib, if I can take if at his expense, he's very fond of advocating the cause of women. We are having another thing on Saturday, so he doesn't want the women apparently, and I do. I hope he doesn't mind my saying so.
Makhdoom Saab, it is not a question. I think no one disputes that women and minorities are of great importance and they must be represented. The question here is of genuine representation, and genuine representation comes through genuine elections. Now, we have all talked about the past. That is why, you see, I asked you the question that we have a history. You are representing PMLN. PMLN was in the same
not
position.
in this case. In this case, I'm representing a number of candidates belonging to three different political parties.
PMLN.
Also PMLN.
Also People's Party.
Yes.
Each one of them in some election were victims. And this court did not come to their rescue. Today, there's some other political party which is a victim. And we want to ignore all this. That is why it is so important that where the right of vote is concerned, where the representative character is, we must, speaking for myself, develop the principle of interpretation based on strict scrutiny review so as to at least undo what has all happened in the past. Today, exactly the same things are happening as had happened in 2018. We talk about 2018, we completely ignore the grave fundamental rights that are being violated today, and the victim is only one political party. This is exactly what had happened in 2018. History is repeating itself.
I don't know what had happened in 2018.
And we have not learned anything from history.
Lord, may I just give a constitutional answer with your Lordship's leave? If your Lordship, in terms of strict scrutiny, is thinking of the famous footnote 4 of the Caroline Products case and the jurisprudence which has developed as a consequence thereof, there's a different category and there are different categories of review. Your Lordship will have to go into all that. That has not been the case set up before your Lordship, and I am answering the case set up before your Lordship. And therefore, may I say,
the difficulty is you are here before a court which has two very great powers. One under Article 187 to do complete justice, and Article 184(3), where every frivolous matter was also taken up. But what is happening today and whatever is coming before us, we just want to restrict ourselves to the pleadings and want to forget, but in future
there will be a point of time where probably this court again would regret.
My Lord,
Ali Khan, आप
may I just respond in one sentence and move on?
अब ये चीजें ठीक है आप
Makhdoom Sahab, Makhdoom sir, on the pleadings point that you have raised, you have read us what obviously are for you relevant portions from the pleadings filed by the appellants. My question to you is this, that as I understand it, the portions that you have read is essentially legal reasoning, and on a certain legal reasoning, a certain relief is sought.
My Lord.
As a matter of procedure, if the court concludes that the legal reasoning is wrong and identifies the correct legal reasoning, and on the basis of that correct legal reasoning concludes that actually relief can be granted, can the court deny that relief simply because the pleaded case raised not factual but used wrong legal reasoning?
My Lord, may I submit, your lordships under 185, and I'm not talking of 184.3 at the moment, have also stated the limits of 187, that it is not a sea where the court can travel whichever way it likes, it acts within those confines. Within those confines, there can be no cavil with this observation. May I, however, say one thing in my defense? One of the paragraphs which I read, which I think is pivot and from which the legal reasonings flow, is from the facts, and that is paragraph.
I understand that. I
Yes,
understand that.
that's the submission. And from those facts, those reasoning flow.
Obviously, there has to be some factual.
Yes, my Lord. And on that primary fact.
As I heard you from the various grounds that you read, that was basically just legal.
No, your lordship is absolutely right.
Thank
Most of them were grounds, absolutely correct.
Fair enough.
The first one was paragraph 4, where they say that they did not submit this list, they did not contest this election. In those facts, they did not plead that this was on account of any extraneous circumstances
That is
or pressure. My Lord, insofar as
Sir,
185,
can we convert jurisdiction of Article 185 into 184?
my Lord, this is very dangerous territory. I was just simply saying
Because,
that an observation has been made that this
Makhdoom
honorable
Ali
court
Khan,
has done a lot
we are
of
not-
frivolous things
nobody
under
is on their side even
184.3. I will
argued
not go that far.
हाँ, अब
That's
आप
for your
अपना
lordship to
argument
determine.
complete करें, चलिए.
Ji, sir. So my submission is that insofar as whatever this court has done under 184.3, this is not a 184.3 jurisdiction. I am not obliged to answer that
can't
question.
just say
or
no.
address that. No, I'm saying I'm not obliged to answer that question or respond to that
polite.
observation. My Lord,
Decades of advocacy experience and practice force you to be roundabout about it.
my Lord,
चलिए आगे जरा जल्दी
a
करें.
counsel is always thinking of the next
Makhdoom
case.
We have to finish.
Makhdoom
Lord, yes,
Makhdoom Sahab, this controversy has stemmed from an order of the Election Commission of 2nd February 2024. And that is based on a gross misinterpretation of this court's judgment. Should we not look into it and ignore it?
If it is not before you, your lordship should not.
It is before us. It has been placed before us.
चलिए खैर this is argumentative अब हो गया ना. चलिए आपने कह दिया जवाब दे दिया आगे बढ़ें.
Move away, my lord, from that. So the basis, concluding, my lord, because I'm conscious of the watch and your lordship's anxiety to
So
proceed
there have been a
quickly.
number of others also.
Yes, my lord, the submission was, and come back to that the purpose of this list is that the voters can make an informed choice on
चलिए
it.
खत्म कोई नया पॉइंट बताएं.
And
इसमें एक
नया
बात-
पॉइंट है तो
turning the
बताइए.
clock back today will exclude the voters from the mix.
मखदूम साहब एक बात इसमें मजीद, ये सपोज हम बात करते हैं पब्लिक रिप्रेजेंटेशन की और यकीनन लोगों के विल को तो जरूर देखना चाहिए. सपोज एक पार्टी है, एक इलेक्शन में वो मेजॉरिटी पार्टी होती है और अगले इलेक्शन में बाइकआउट कर जाती है. हमें पता है कि वो बहुत पॉपुलर पार्टी है, हमें पता है कि सारी पार्टी लोग उनको वोट देंगे, लेकिन वो उनके लोग डिसाइड करते हैं कि हम बाइकआउट करेंगे, इस इलेक्शन में नहीं जाएंगे. तो क्या विल ऑफ द पीपल तो एक मखसूस जमात के साथ है, लेकिन वो इलेक्शन में हमारे सामने क्या उसको उसकी बुनियाद पे सीट्स की डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन होगी या नहीं होगी?
Sir, if the
बाकी पार्टी इलेक्शन लड़े क्या उनको मिलेंगी या नहीं मिलेंगी?
My submission is that the parties which contest the elections will get the seats. The vehicle for getting the seat is the political party. The proportion is the proportion which they have. I'm repeating myself. Sorry for that. The proportion is the proportion which they have in terms of the general seats they hold.
We will not keep in mind the popularity.
My lord, if your lordships start determining that, what will be the criteria of that? The
I can tell you popularity, all dictators get 98.4% in referendums.
My lord, yes. And
This is a rule-based system, constitutional-based system, follow it. Maybe there's a better system, adopt it, follow that system.
your lordships have put it better than me, that your lordships are the judges of the constitutionality of statutes and not the judges of the oddity or wisdom of what the legislature does. Over here, there is nothing unconstitutional in in section 104 and section 60.
They have not even been challenged.
They have not been.
In fact, you can go see the videos of the last one. I think this point very much came up before when I was hearing that case. If you feel this, you can challenge it, but that challenge hasn't even taken place. So why should we say if it's constitutional or unconstitutional?
And the last submission, the very last submission is that if you accept this argument and if you...
And you know, constitutionality, unless there's overwhelming reasoning and unconstitutionality is absolutely clear, legislation should not be disturbed.
Sir, your lordship's judgments are to the effect that you must put the statute next to the constitution and find every reason to uphold its validity, and only when that fails, then a statute must be struck down. The leading judgment where in all this case law has been encapsulated, or much of the case, is the case of Imrana Tivana. That's on my list of cases already submitted. The last submission, as I was making, my lord, is that if you allow and accept the submission made today, your lordships will be creating a dual system. Political parties which submit lists and must go through the process of scrutiny, have that list notified, and the priority on that list cannot be changed. Persons who join an off-the-shelf political party which has not submitted a list, which has not gone to the people in the general election, can now come up with a list post the election, ask for a new election schedule, have their papers scrutinized on that basis and have those seats allocated. Neither the independents knew at the time when they joined this party who are going to